Our story begins with a man named Abraham. He lived in a time when idol worship was prevalent, but Abraham stood apart. He was a righteous man who had faith in the one true God. God saw Abraham's heart and decided to make a covenant with him, promising blessings beyond measure. This divine covenant would not only impact Abraham's life, but also generations to come. It was a covenant of hope, protection, and salvation. In Genesis 12, God called Abraham to leave his homeland and go to a land that God would show him. Abraham obeyed without hesitation, demonstrating his unwavering faith. As Abraham journeyed towards the unknown, God promised to make him a great nation, bless him and make his name renowned. God assured Abraham that through him, all the families of the earth would be blessed. Abraham faced numerous challenges along his journey. One of these challenges was his old age and the barrenness of his wife Sarah. However, God assured Abraham that he would have descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. Despite their doubts, Abraham and Sarah believed in God's promise. They patiently waited for the fulfillment of this miraculous blessing. Years went by, and Abraham's faith remained steadfast. Finally, in their old age, Sarah miraculously conceived and gave birth to a son named Isaac. This was a fulfillment of God's promise and a testament to Abraham's unwavering trust. Isaac became the heir of the covenant, the one through whom the blessings would flow to future generations. As Isaac grew, God tested Abraham's faith once again. He commanded Abraham to offer Isaac as a sacrifice on Mount Moriah. This was an incredibly difficult request, a test of Abraham's devotion and obedience. Abraham, without hesitation, prepared to fulfill God's command, believing that God could even raise Isaac from the dead. However, just as Abraham lifted his hand to sacrifice his son, God intervened and provided a ram as a substitute sacrifice. Abraham's willingness to offer his only son demonstrated his complete devotion to God. God was pleased with Abraham's faith and obedience, reaffirming his covenant and promising to bless him abundantly. The ram sacrificed in Isaac's place became a foreshadowing of the ultimate sacrifice that God himself would provide for the salvation of humanity. God's covenant with Abraham marked a pivotal turning point in the biblical narrative. Through his bloodline, from Isaac to Jacob and beyond, God continued to fulfill his promises and pave the way for the eventual birth of Jesus Christ, the fulfillment of salvation for all humanity. Abraham's faith and obedience became a testament to the power of trust in God's covenant, offering hope to people throughout the ages.